Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Heirloom Permaculture. Today it's time to install the irrigation in the caterpillar tunnel. Well, this is the first time we've ever used drip tape irrigation. So installing this is going to be the first time for us and a little bit of a learning. We've done all the research. We've done a lot of research. Try to get this right, and I know that there's I guess a whole bunch of different ways to do it, but there are certain parts of it that I guess supposed to be right. Orientation of the emitters. We want to make sure we have the appropriate number of tapes per bed, because there's not just one drip tape. There's different spacing between the emitters. There's different flow of the emitters, and based on what we've got, which is 4-inch spacing, 1 gallon per hour. It's 1 gallon per hour for 100 feet. Right. So this is a 50-foot tunnel, 50-foot beds. We're going to put down 2 tapes, so that's 100 feet. So that gives us 1 gallon per hour. Right? Is that right? Am I saying that right?
I think so.
Or 1 gallon per minute for 100 feet.
1 gallon per minute.
See?
Yeah. See?
So many numbers and details. I actually said this down, worked out, but it's 1 gallon per minute for 100 feet of tape. So we need 1 gallon per day of water per plant is what we're after. And that's going to take us with 2 strips of tape per bed. We figured a little over a half an hour.
I thought you said an hour.
Or an hour. God, I don't know, we'll figure this out. See, it's learning. That's what this channel's all about. We all learn together. But talking about it doesn't do it, so we know we're going to put 2 tapes per bed, so let's start putting 2 tapes per bed.
Right.
So we need to decide how far off this is. Keep a little tension on it so it doesn't unravel. Go ahead and take it all the way to the, and we'll cut off.
A little extra.
Yeah. It will shrink up whenever it fills up.
Just lift your hands.
Yeah. Got to. If you can't get it to go on there, your fingers are dry. I already tried. So these little fittings, this is the end cap for the tape, and it's got a little loop. Just putting a landscape staple through it to hold it down on the other end, and it just tightens, kind of compress on there. So. Alright, so we don't have the supply tubing in place yet. Right now we're just getting the tape down. We'll probably just staple it on both ends, just get it in place, because we need to get the ground cover on and get everything planted. Today's our only opportunity to do that. And we can hand water in the meantime until we can get this system finished, but we don't want to spend any time today, if we don't have it, to get the other stuff in. Priority today is get the plants in, but we got to do these steps first. So we've talked about it in previous videos, but if you haven't seen that, what we're putting in here now for the summer is a row of tomatoes, a row of cucumbers. Those two will be in the middle beds, and they'll trellis up to the, you can see the rope running there for the trellis, and we'll have the tomahooks and strings hanging down on either side, both sides. Along the walls will be bell peppers. It's one row of cucumbers, tomatoes, spaced 12 inches apart. And on the bell peppers, we're doing 2 rows down each bed, also spaced on 1 foot squares all the way down. So we'll have about 48, I think is how many holes on tomatoes, which isn't near what we're probably gonna need. We'll have more tomatoes out back, but this is all Amish paste in here. And then cucumbers, same spacing. And on bell peppers, there'll be a total of 192 bell pepper plants. The drip tape is in place. I've got it temporarily stapled down on this end until we get the supply line in, but everything's held down and be kept out of the way, and it's time to pull the ground cover in. Alright, so a little change of plans. The tapes we couldn't get outside of the holes in the fabric without bringing them way too far out on the bed, so we actually brought them together between the holes. Should still be just fine, and if they're far enough apart, we might be able to leave them that way from now on. If we put a single planting down that, like one of these, down that bed, be real close, but they might clear that. So. Really cold temps has us about a week behind where we want to be on getting this stuff out in the ground. You can see here in the cattle panel greenhouse that these tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants are ready. They've been ready. Whenever we up potted them, we amended all the soil, and they really took off. And some of these are, gosh, at least 18 inches tall. So the tomatoes, any that we can, we'll plant a little deeper. Peppers and eggplant, we'll just plant those, and we're already getting some blossoms, so we're going to have some stuff growing real quick. I got to mix up the amendments for going in when we plant out here. Normal kind of mix. We got the Miramichi Green, which is biochar and compost blend. We've got some of our finished compost. I'll be putting in some feather meal, some azomite, a little bit of potash, and I think that might be it. If there's something else, I'll let you know. All right, so the amendment's ready, and this will go into each one of the planting holes. Since we're planting through the ground cover, we don't want to just amend the entire bed. We're putting it right around the roots of the plants.
Got the rest of them.
Just one more.
Okay.
All right, the Tomahooks are in, and she's about exactly halfway down that first side. So a lot of people will actually wait to string these up until they've planted and then come back and add them. What I'm thinking we're going to try is, she can't reach these to hang them up, so I went ahead and getting that out of the way while she's planting down there. They're already in place. When we come through and plant the tomatoes and cucumbers, but we'll be right there, plant them, amend them, pinch off the suckers, put the rings on, string this up, and just keep moving down along the ground and not have to come back multiple times here. So she's having a little trouble getting her hand to fit through these holes in the fabric, so I know mine won't fit. I'm gonna have to sit aside and let her finish this. I'll put my boots up or something, but now I'll find something to do. I gotta refill the pots here at the amendment. I think we've got enough mixed up to do the whole thing, but I'll find something to do, stay busy. Our neighbors bought a bunch of fruit trees and they're getting them planted.
Filming.
And it's just a normal thing.
Hi.
caught me in a painful position.
Oh my God, just trying to get you be able to show the hooks here.
Alright, so the clips, they just close them up, they pinch the string, and then they go around the plant. So I'm just pulling it down snug, getting the string around the plant. And I've been just kind of burying in the rest of the string. You don't have to. It's probably a waste of time even. Wrap it around. And I've been trying to determine kind of which one will probably be the leader. It's usually the one with the tendril. And we'll go with that one. My back's tired. Alright, so we've got hundreds of plants in the ground. You can see the trellis strings hanging. We're just about done for the day, and then we just got to water. But if you want to see all these plants, you're going to have to come back to the next video. We'll see you next time. Bye.